iOS has matured over the years, so there aren't a ton of new features, but there's still some pretty cool stuff. So here's my top 5 in iOS 18. Okay, starting with the biggest one, the home screen. Up until now, basically everyone's home screen looked the same. You have your apps neatly lined up, maybe some widgets here and there, and the app icons have the same design. But in iOS 18, there's some serious customization.
Stop me if you've already seen this.
Because I've been customizing my Android phones for years. Pixel phones, Galaxy phones, and even nothing phones. But I'm glad it's finally available on iOS. You can move app icons anywhere on the home screen, change the icons to a new dark mode, or add tint to match your wallpaper or a color of your choice. To start customizing, tap and hold an empty space, and you'll enter jiggle mode. Keep in mind that this is beta 1, so some things aren't going to behave as intended, but I'll try and make it work. I'm going to remove these widgets for more room, but just like you're used to, tap and hold an icon and drag it around. You can move your apps along the bottom for reachability, or move them along the side to show off your wallpaper. You can also move widgets anywhere, but they can't stay in the middle. Maybe it's a bug. And if you notice, some widgets have a new curved handle, so you can resize them without having to delete or re-add it. Now for the fun stuff. When you're in jiggle mode, you'll notice a new edit button in the top left corner, and tapping that will bring up add widget and customize. I'll tap the second one, and a small window will slide up from the bottom. Light is the normal app icons we're all used to, but dark puts them in dark mode. Developers will need to add this to their own apps, so it's mostly Apple apps for now. Automatic will adjust the icons based on appearance, so the apps can adapt whether you're using light mode or dark. And for the last one, tinted. This currently works on every app, but you can see some of them stick out. The default color matches your wallpaper, but you can use the sliders to change the color and saturation. Or maybe you want to use the picker for another color from your wallpaper. The sun icon on the left darkens your wallpaper, so the icons pop more. And when you look at your lock screen, the wallpaper transitions back to normal. There's also an option to change the icon size from small to large. And this also hides the app labels. You can already see another bug. When small and tinted are enabled, Instagram and Notion look like this. But with large and tinted, they look like that. I've been playing with this all week, and I settled on a monochrome look. It reminds me of Nothing OS. And the last home screen feature is locked and hidden apps. When you tap and hold an app, you'll see a new option, Require Face ID. Tapping that will prompt you to lock it behind Face ID or Touch ID, or just lock and hide it altogether. I'm going to lock Twitter, yes, I still call it that, and now when I try and open it, it'll say Face ID is required to open it. Hidden apps are the same, but it hides the app across the entire system. For example, let's say I hide Hello Kitty Adventure because I don't want people to judge me. I do the same exact steps, but this time I choose Hide and Require Face ID. A window will appear to tell you what's going to happen. In the app library, the app will move to a new hidden section, and when you try to search for it, the app won't appear. Another neat feature is if an app has a widget like YouTube, you can go from the app to widget or vice versa right on the home screen. iOS is slowly catching up to Android, but there are some features still missing like a 5-column view, more icon sizes, hiding app labels, and different shapes. iOS 18 is not stable enough to be a daily driver, but if you want to wait for the public beta next month and have an iPhone XS or newer, I'll leave a link to sign up in the description box below. Alright, the next feature is more customization, but this time, it's in Control Center. The general layout is still the same, but some icons are more rounded, where others are circles instead of rounded squares. So just like the home screen, you can now move controls anywhere. There's no jiggle mode though. Most controls are resizable like widgets, so you have 3 options, 1x1, 1x2, and 2x2. And what's nice is that you no longer need to go to Control Center under Settings to add or remove something. Everything is done with a plus button in the top left. There's also a new shutdown icon in the top right. Let's add a new control. I'm going to tap the plus icon, then add a control. A new controls gallery will slide up, then I just find the one I like, tap it, and boom. Now I can drag it around, resize it, and even add it to a new page. These are grouped by different categories like favorites, data, music, home, and other. And all of these groups can be accessed by sliding your finger along the icons, tapping on them, or by one continuous swipe when you first open Control Center. These controls are great on whatever screen you're on, but they're also available on the lock screen. Finally, to customize the lock screen shortcuts, tap and hold your wallpaper, tap Customize, choose Lock Screen, and you'll see 2 new plus icons. They're the same ones from Control Center, so let's do Calculator and Open App. Here's another bug, but if I hit done and go back in, I can set it to open any app. I kept Flashlight but added Notion. So now I can open the app straight from the lock screen and add any video ideas right away. So I want to quickly mention some small changes that are nice to have. The Photos app was redesigned. So you have the familiar grid at the top, and the bottom has organized collections like recent days, memories, and trips. There are also carousels you can add when you swipe left or right from the grid. I kind of like the old Photos app better. The Settings app looks a lot cleaner. Battery and camera were moved higher up the list, and certain sections have a brief overview of the page. Also, most of the app settings are now under here. You can now record and transcribe calls right in the phone app, and the other party will be notified for privacy. Game mode will minimize background activities for more performance, and controllers will be more responsive, while AirPods will have reduced latency. And speaking of AirPods, you can answer Siri with a nod or shake. Messages got some nice updates, as well as one feature I wanted for a long time. Instead of sending plain old text, you can now add different formatting like bold, italics, underline, and strike through. Just select the word you want, then tap the new icon on the keyboard. Each of these can be added to a specific word or the whole message. There are also animated effects that you can add like big nod, explode, or jitter. I noticed you can only pick either formatting or an animated effect, not both. So if you see someone typing for a long time, they're probably adding some text effects. Tapback was updated with color reactions and the ability to use any emoji or sticker. Tap and hold a message, then swipe left to scroll through reactions, or you can tap the plus icon to use a different one. On the iPhone 14 series or later, if you're in an area with no service, you can still send messages via satellite. And my favorite feature, Send Later. You now have the option to finally schedule a message to send at a later time. I've been using the Shortcuts app, but now it's baked into messages. When you hit the plus icon and scroll down, there's a new Send Later. You can also type a message first, then tap Send Later. But either way, the person you're sending a message to will see the typing indicator. Now tap the time, and you can choose a day within 14 days. The clock also moves depending on the time. When you send it, the message appears as an outline, and it'll deliver at the exact day and time. Also, RCS support is coming to messages. Perfect for those green bubble people. And for the last feature, accessibility. It's not something I would use on a daily basis, but it's nice that Apple is giving users with disabilities a new way to interact with their phone. With eye tracking, you can navigate around your iPhone or iPad with just your eyes. It's actually pretty cool. Under Settings, Accessibility, Eye Tracking, there's a new toggle to turn on. Once you do, the setup will start, and it'll track your eyes with the moving dots. Again, it's the first beta, so it's not very accurate. To select something, look at the area, and keep the cursor hovered on it. And to access system controls, just look at the menu circle. Music Haptics allows you to feel your music. It uses the haptic engine to play different vibrations that match the beat of a song. It only works with Apple Music, but there'll be an API for developers. And with vocal shortcuts, you can select a certain action and record a phrase, so Siri can complete it. Let's say I want to open the Home app, I just record the phrase HomeKit, and now every time I say it, the app will open. I don't even need to say the magic word. And those are my top 5 features in iOS 18. I'll have a separate video on the other updates in the coming weeks: watchOS 11, iPadOS 18, macOS 15, and Apple Intelligence. Let me know what your favorite feature is in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you'll be notified when I post new videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!